Hello, comrades. Welcome back to Workers and Resources, Soviet Republic. My name, of course, is Open Potato. That's right. We're starting off just next to Disneylandovsk. Actually, we're having a look at this massive hydro power plant that is currently under construction. It's looking pretty darn good, to be honest. For 1966, this seems like pretty cool tech, and I'm pretty happy with the size and the scale of this power plant. I mean, it's obviously going to cost us a lot of additional money to get up and running, but to be honest, for the most part, I don't think that we can be too displeased with the progress that we've made on this area thus far. Our tourists are looking wonderful. We got plenty of tourists that are currently chilling out at the Leningradskaya Hotel, which is excellent. Disneylandovsk, which has been ignored for a good couple of episodes now, is also looking pretty dapper, if indeed I do say so myself. Very, very happy with how this whole area is looking. We just recently, that's right, we just recently jeweled our train line, which of course is kind of excellent and super required. But now we probably want to see if we can try and perhaps squeeze a couple of extra trains onto this line in order to fully maximize the number of people that we are transporting to Disneylandovsk. Also, how are we doing in terms of stats here? I suspect that we have maybe come to a little bit of a dicey situation perhaps in Turistovsky. I suspect strongly that we may be running out of people here. We may be running out of people. There's been a couple of instances where I've just moved people on from Turistovsky to other places, and I honestly probably feel like we need to make sure that there are at least some plans for sort of sustainability in the town of Turistovsky in order to grow the population and make it larger. To that end, I'm already going about the construction of another school. Now we have, what? For real? I don't believe it. I don't believe it, video game. How is this illegal? What? Is that allowed? Is that actually legitimately allowed? That seems like a game-crashing level event. I guess we'll give it a shot. Either way, I want to see if we can try and get the school built. Might be nice just to see if we can try and, you know, increase our learning a little bit in this vicinity. That would be pretty darn good. The kindergarten's looking full-ish, but still a little bit of capacity over here as well. We got the school over here. Yeah, you know, I mean, on the whole, Turistovsky is not looking too bad. What is looking pretty darn bad is our loan book. Yeah, things are looking dicey. Things are looking dicey here. 7% rate of interest is what we're being offered at present. I don't love that. I don't love that. I think maybe we want to see if we can try and maybe take out a year-long loan. Perhaps 2 million rubles. I'm conscious of the fact that we're just going to continue to rack up the money or rack up loan costs if we're not able to pay down some of our loans. Let me return this money. This is a higher rate of interest than what we're currently paying. So anything above 4, we should probably look to pay off. That will be paid off pretty soon. That's going to be paid off in a little while. That's a big one, that is. Then there's all of these ones that we took out over the course of the last episode, all of which are pretty abysmally large, but yeah, it's fine. Okay. We need to make sure that we're constantly staying on top of our loans. The loans are important. The loans are big. And to be honest, part of my problem is that I'm just spending hella money on steel, on importing steel and actually building all of the fancy, crazy structures that I've wanted to build and have been continuing to build, even though we haven't really increased the amount of cash that we're making. Hence why the Leningradskaya Hotel was completed a couple of episodes ago. We're in the midst of completing the hydro power plant, the bitumen power plant, all of these massive construction projects, none of which are particularly, I guess, important, but they do cost a lot. of course, it's kind of going against my own advice there. There's a lot of important projects that we're working on for sure. The hydropower plant is very important. The bitumen plant was very important to get up and running. But at the end of the day, it's costing a fair chunk of change. Anyway, this area is embarrassingly organized. This is an absolute disaster of an open storage area, and frankly, I'm pretty miserable. I'm pretty miserable that this ended up being the case. What I'm gonna do, I'm going to cancel the factory connection there. And then what we are going to do is we are going to set up a road, probably a dirt road. Doesn't really need to be particularly fancy. And then we're going to set up a distribution office, probably using dollars, in as much as we possibly can, to transport the steel all the way down to the border. Unless, of course, we could maybe do it with rail. In saying that, we probably could do something with rail. We probably will do something with rail. But there is almost no doubt in my mind that at the moment we have to do all of our long-range transport by truck. It has to be done. It has to be done. There is no way around it. There is no way around it. Do we necessarily need a depot? Yes, we do. I was just thinking maybe we could get away without using a distribution office, but truth be told, why would we want to do that? A distribution office here costs hardly anything in terms of the amount of hassle that it saves, and it's actually a pretty good investment for us, all things considered. Right, we should be looking to make both dollars and rubles each and every month. I mean, look at this. We are exporting a lot of bauxite. We're going to be exporting more bauxite than ever before. We're processing a ridiculously large amount of it. I cannot wait until bauxite sustains our entire economy. That's a complete lie. I can, of course, wait until bauxite sustains our entire economy. That's not something that we want to see happen at all. Okay, this is looking pretty good. Medium distribution office is up and running. Let's see if we can try and purchase some open hull trucks. I believe that the Maz is still available. Oh, video game, you do tempt me so. 40,000 apiece. It's so much. It's so much. Let's get 8. Let's get 8. Okay, I spent 400,000 rubles, and I did kind of say that I was on a mission to not spend rubles in this episode. Let's get to load percentages. Yep, load percentages, and let's set up an unload point. The unload point will be right at the border, all the way over here. In fact, I kind of feel like maybe hooking it up. I didn't even check. I didn't even check if that was on unload mode or load mode. I suspect it might have worked out, but yeah, no, it didn't. Storage percentage less than 90. There we go. Wonderful. And that's gonna be steel. Now, I'm kind of hoping just to remove the steel from this facility as soon as possible, then probably turn this facility around. I know we're gonna have to spend more cash on turning it around, but at the end of the day, that's fine. We should be making steel at a pretty rapid rate. The limiting factor undoubtedly will be, I suspect, coal. I doubt it'll be iron, but more likely it'll be people. More likely it will be people. And yeah, the speed is not terribly blistering. Not terribly blistering on our trains here. Also, the population leaves a little to be desired, to be honest. Unable to visit church or place of spirituality. And the hospital. The hospital is causing a couple of problems. Now, thank you as ever to all the fantastic comments. A couple of people were commenting that there were no ambulances over here. That does seem to be a pretty big issue. In fact, let's get the ambulances. Let's hopefully make people a little bit more happy. Let's also severely cap the number of people that are going to be working at the hospital. Yeah, there's no reason that it needs to be that many. The fire station is already capped appropriately. The kindergarten also probably doesn't need to be on as large. Yeah, well, we'll leave it at 4 staff. 4 staff, and then 10 staff at the kindergarten. Yeah, we don't want to go too over the top, but that should be fine. There is no access to the hospital for these workers here. That's a bit of a problem. That's a bit of a problem. Can we set up a walk route into the hospital? We can't set up a walk route into the hospital. Yeah, this is a little bit of a nightmare over here. Let's pause. I don't really want to spend more dollars on this, but yeah. Okay, do that. Maybe that'll increase the walk distance ever so slightly. No, the hospital is just out of range. That's unbelievably infuriating, and I honestly wonder if there is anything that we can do about it. Yes, very good. Too sharp of a turn. And yet, here we are, video game. Here we are. Okay, take that back. No, no, I saw something that worked there. There we go, that works. Does that connect up? Looks like it does. Does that give us... Oh, that gives us walking range. Oh, that's so perfect. That's so perfect. It gives us walking range. That's very, very cool. All right, that means that people can now officially visit the hospital from each and every corner of Stalnoy, which is very, very nice indeed. Because people are going to be at the heart of Stalnoy. We're going to need many, many, many more people than we currently have. And it's something that we really, really, really need to focus on. Is getting more workers. Getting more workers pretty much as soon as we possibly can. Plenty of iron coming through here. That's wonderful. Looking good. Everything is looking real nice. Everything is looking real nice. It's just now a case of scaling things up and making sure that it all works. I'm still a little bit miffed that all of these coal trains are not going to be able to operate at full speed. Yeah. Obviously, the fact that we're using dollars is a blessing. It's wonderful. It's winter. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Population stats. Deaths are... how are deaths so high, dude? How are deaths so high? Let's have a little look. Temperature, citizens' current location, resources, buildings, heating plant, no. Building properties, interior. Right, Stalnoy is not my problem. Stalnoy is not my problem. The fact that there are deaths means that there is something happening with regards to heat. Temperature's too low. Yeah, but I've cranked this all the way down, so nobody should be working there. Potatograd, perhaps? That's not Potatrograds. Potatograd's over here. There we go. That's fine. Potatograd's pretty hot. Potatograd's pretty hot. Yeah. That's okay. Are our deaths continuing to spiral? I just don't understand how on Earth we're seeing so many deaths. This area looks totally fine. Turistovsky's all good. Disneylandovsk has got hardly any heated facilities anyway, so... I say that. Disneylandovsk might just have the most heated facilities of any place in the game. What about Kolovskaysky? Kolovskaysky is... yeah, it's here. It's here. It's here. Temperature in building is too cold. So, now that we know that, is that a capacity problem? It's not a capacity problem. I think it's just a distance from... I think it's just a straight up distance from the heating plant. Which is... yeah. Slightly problematic. Does look like the heat is there, though. It does look like the heat is coming through. So, I don't know where on earth all of these deaths are coming from. Do we have any other place that it could possibly be? It could be Stalnoy. It's not Stalnoy. Nope, I have officially no idea where the heck all of these deaths are coming from, were coming from. I've just got to assume that everything is fine and nothing is the matter, which is of course what I will happily do. We probably need to get more technical services to clear the roads, almost certainly everywhere. I mean, we just need more technical services in general. The good news is now it's not super important that we have a whole bunch of technical services in Aluminov, and the reason being is that all of our people are bussed in by train, which is a bit of an oxymoron. I appreciate that. They're all bussed in by train, and all of our resources are exported via boat, which means that we don't really need to rely on the humble truck or the humble bus to deliver people, which is kind of a good feeling, to be honest. Kind of a good feeling. Either way, we'll keep an eye on our deaths. Oh, it could be Krudenovsky. Hold on. Krudenovsky's always where the problems are. How could I overlook Krudenovsky? How could I overlook Krudenovsky? It's not Krudenovsky. Okay, that's good. I'm surprised in the extreme that Krudenovsky is not the source of every single problem that we've had. Also, we've destroyed this place. This place is dead. I mean, there are so few people. There are so few people that actually live here. Temperature in building is too low. Hold on. It shouldn't be. We should have plenty of water coming through. It's probably because we have workers infrequently. Oh my goodness. And again, the problem is the life expectancy, is that we're just not having enough. We're just not having enough babies. We're just not having enough babies in Krudenovsky. Oh man, this is problematic. This is highly problematic. Pollution is really killing this town, and I know that sounds unbelievably ironic, but it happens so darn fast. Right, let's invite immigrants. I could move people around, but I'm not going to. So remember this moment. This is the moment that Potato cranked 2 massive high-story flats, multi-story prefab flats up to max. There we go. Let's get more heat. Fine. That'll at least keep us going for this winter. That's fine. Happy to pay for that. That's okay. If it keeps us alive, then we'll be grand. The problem is that it is just throwing money down the drain. It's throwing money down the freaking drain, and that's it. Now, apparently a hospital is not reachable. Yeah, that's kind of the case. I wonder, do I have a health center here? I don't think I do, you know? I don't think I do, which means that we could really benefit. We could really, really benefit from just a small health facility over here. Although I'm sure that I built one. No, that's a small cinema there. Maybe this is what the problem is. Maybe it's not pollution. Maybe it's the fact that the population doesn't have access to a health facility. Big X to doubt. Big X to doubt there. There we go. Okay. Get it built. See if we can get some doctors to operate in this area. I highly doubt that would be the case. But whatever. Alrighty. Need staff and doctors. I'm sure the staff and doctors will be forthcoming. At least we're using these people to create oil, which is a very important resource. Oil and bitumen, we need both in equal quantities. We need a lot. Okay, does that address the death situation? Death situation is okay. It's within the realms of acceptability. Or is it? God, we gotta just keep a really, really close eye on what's going on, because otherwise disaster occurs. Believe it or not, this building is actually being built. Looks like my crazy dodgy junction was fine, apparently. Let's increase the number of workers out with the range, or out with the building site, which means that we can actually hopefully get the school done a little bit more swiftly here. We do have a school that is already within range, but that's okay. We can maybe close this one down if indeed we have too much capacity to learn. Yeah, you never want to have too much capacity to learn. All right. Apart from that, everything's looking good. Bitumen power plant is looking great. Crazily enough, The hydro power plant is also looking really, really good. Prefab panels are the thing that we need, which is somewhat surprising, to be honest, because we should have a facility here that is perfectly prepared to move prefab panels across. Let's also add steel on. There we go. So now if we have, you know, if we have too little steel, then we can move steel across. Don't know what's going on here. Yeah, why can't we move prefab panels across? It may very well be because the prefab panels have already been ordered from somewhere else. There's a lot of distribution offices in the mix here. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why. Are you taking prefab panels to the distribution office? I think that might be the case. I think that might be the case. Okay. All right. Just wanted to absolutely make sure. Debts are now absolutely fine. Brilliant. You'll love to see it. Okay. This is excellent. This is the best news that I've had all day. I need a comprehensive redesign of my technical services depot situation. Yeah, we need to rework this a little bit because we just have nowhere near the right number of technical services. We just need so many more. I mean, look, this technical services thing is it's off faffing around with dirt roads. We don't want you to faff around with dirt roads. I'd much more readily have the gravel roads completed, but hey ho. Either way, we're not far off this school actually, which is really, really nice. I'm really, really curious to see how the hydropower plant operates. That's what I'm really, really curious about. That is the big thing that I'm most interested in seeing. Also, what are the tourist numbers looking like at this moment in time? Some guests are without service. Yeah, that's never a good thing to see. In fact, yeah, that's arguably pretty darn terrible. Can we get some more people moved over here, please? How on earth do we have nobody at Turistovsky bus platform? Oh my lordy, we have so many people coming in here. And we have so few people that are actually going to work. Wow, okay, I mean, I said at the top of the episode that things were bad in Turistovsky, but as it turns out, they're so much worse than I originally anticipated. Wow, we have nowhere near the number of workers that we actually do need. And to be honest, I don't think that it's a problem with snow on the roads. There we go. We've just got the right number of staff. It's just a straight up mathematical calculation about the number of people that we have here. Also, temperature in the building is too low. What the heck is that about? What the heck is that about? There's a capacity problem. And also no workers. Ripperoni pepperoni? Ripperoni pepperoni? We need to do something about this. We need to manually control who goes where. So there. Obviously the heating plant gets like 90% because that's the priority. I think. Yep, absolutely. Temperature in building is too low. Right, so now we're potentially looking at an extinction level event in Turistovsky. Also, are we out of power? Are we out of power in some places? We might be out of power in some places, but mostly it looks like there is a hot water issue. More than anything else, it looks like a straight up hot water issue, and just a problem producing as much water as need to be produced, at least in the short term. I think that we might have just fixed it. Oh my goodness, it's all 8 degrees. It's all 8 degrees. There we go. There we go. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Yeah, we cannot have this happening on the regular. It's pretty darn terrible. Alright, this is all fine. Krudinovsky's still good. How are the debts looking, by the way? Debts are looking totally fine. Totally fine. Debts are looking good. Deaths are looking good. Man, I'm just so paranoid during winter. I'm so paranoid during winter. It's so easy for things to go just completely terribly wrong. And we're running out of power here. What the heckity heck is happening? What happened to our power supply? Is this another issue of just not being able to get the people to work? No, we've got plenty of power. It's just seemingly that we're maybe exporting a little bit too much. There we go. Crank that down a little bit. I guess perhaps the demand on power during these cold winter months is a little bit more. Therefore, kind of makes sense to crank it down just a smidgen. You know, give ourselves a little bit of a larger margin. Also, there are 2 fires that I just missed. Hold on. 21-story prefab flat in Turistovsky. I'm making the assumption that the fire brigade are going to be en route. Yeah, that's not going to be a problem. The other one is perhaps a little bit more nebulous. Although, also looks like a fire truck is being called to this dry bulk conveyor over here too, which is excellent. And I'm assuming that even though it is winter, we shouldn't have any issue getting the fire trucks over here. He says, with a degree of confidence, fire's been extinguished. Excellent. Where the heck is the fire engine? Oh, it's stuck behind a snowplow. How unbelievably ironic is that? The height of irony. Truly. Alright, there we go. Should be fine. Just in time. Oh my goodness gracious me. Cutting it a bit tight, video game. Where's my other fire trucks, by the way? I have 2 fire trucks. And yet only one of them is... Only one of them has decided to bother responding. Okay. Don't know how I should feel about that. Well, as it turns out, doesn't end up freaking mattering because we got there just in time. Holy cow, that was close. That was bloomin' close. Bloomin' close indeed. Oh my giddy aunt. How is the construction of the large coal power plant coming along? It's coming along real good. It's coming along real good. Slight problem is that we did in fact hit the next milestone of construction, which means that we are now buying in rather a large amount of steel. Or we will be buying in rather a large amount of steel, which does kind of terrify me. The expense is going to be staggering. Absolutely staggering. To be honest, we could turn off steel imports. There's no real reason that we need to stay on top of steel imports. We could do it manually. This is looking good. Yeah, for the first time in what feels like a long time, I think we've had more births than deaths and escapes put together. Barely, but I mean, it's something, right? It's something. Still need prefab panels. Still can't work out why prefab panels aren't being moved across at a slightly faster pace. Who knows? It's an absolute mystery. I don't understand it. Yeah, who's responsible for moving the prefab panels? I wonder if I just change the prefab panel pickup spot. Let me have a little look-see. Where's the prefab panel pickup spot here? Right, ditch that. Prefab panels. Just pick up directly from here. There we go. Anything else construction office related? You have got a couple of prefab panels. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. If we do that, it might make a slight difference. I probably do need to eventually get to a situation where this is the open storage. This is the open storage that we draw all of our construction resources from. The reason that we don't have it at the moment is because, I mean, everything has been set to the construction of... everything has been set to the small open storage area. And if we were to change that around, it would probably just be a little bit irritating. Also, gotta factor into the equation the length of time that it takes to load the trucks here. Takes rather a long time. This is on a pretty important highway. As you can see, we've got a ridiculous situation arising where a couple of trucks are getting stuck behind other trucks, which is fine for now. But it's not a situation that we really want to see readily. The other thing that we need to consider is that because we are using the modded Maz truck, and because the modded Maz truck is able to carry 50 tons of whatever, we're always probably going to be pushing the limits of what this what this open storage facility can really provide. All right, what's this? This is the most key bit of infrastructure that we have in Kolovsky. In fact, dare I say, this is the bit of infrastructure that the entire town was named after. So let's speed over here very, very quickly, and let's get this fire extinguished, and let's get it extinguished on the double real quick, please. Oh my goodness gracious me. Thank goodness that we were able to get the coal mine fire extinguished. That's pretty darn important. Okay, this is again looking excellent. Looks like all of the prefab panels have arrived at once here, which is great. To be honest, we're probably within autocomplete territory if indeed I wanted to do such a thing. Most of the resources are on site. We got a couple of other loads of prefab panels that we're no doubt going to be waiting on. But for the most part, it's all looking pretty darn smooth. All looking pretty darn smooth. We're even producing prefab panels. It's all looking good. What I really want to know is how have we done with regards to steel production? How much steel production do we have here? We have one truck. We have one truck that is just chilling in the steel mill, waiting to be full, and we have a couple of other trucks that are waiting, ready to be dispatched. So that means that what, 4 trucks are fully loaded, or at least partially loaded, and en route to the construction site down by the border there. That's not too bad, to be honest. That's actually fairly respectable, I would suspect. Yeah. You know what? The crazy thing is, I really sincerely believe that the only thing that we can really do at this point is to invite more immigrants into the country and ask if they would like to work at Stalnoy. How many people have we got waiting here? 37 people? That's not bad. That's not bad. We got a 203 capacity on the train though, so you know there's more work to be done here. Let's do a little bit of renovation over here, shall we? There we go. Did I disconnect that cable? Did I disconnect that cable? Buildings without a power supply. Potato, you twits. Good thing I've freaking noticed, eh? Alright. Right. Now, the next question is, what's the solution to our lack of people over here? Obviously, it's houses. Obviously, I think it's in this area. Is there a specific type of house, or do we just want to revert to using the modded 21-story prefab flats? I think we do, but there are more questions. There are more questions that I have. Other questions include: are these people going to be able to get edumacated, if indeed they want to get edumacated? Are they gonna have access to all of the facilities that they need to have access to? Do they even have a path that runs to their house? Lots and lots of important questions, as you can see. Okay. Do that. Do that. Just kind of hoping that maybe we could connect up with a road, if it's all possible. There we go. That's looking pretty good. Alright, and the next question is... do we want to invite immigrants from the Soviet bloc? I think that we do. The only problem with that is that we've only got 75k. We've only got 75k rubles left. And that kind of freaks me out. We have 927,000 rubles due in the next 30 days, which is a, frankly, remarkable amount. Our rate of interest at 5 years is still 7%, which is also a very, very large amount. Yeah, rather a terrifying amount. I wonder, maybe there's a way around this. Maybe the way around this is by inviting immigrants with dollars here and training them up. I don't usually do this, but I suspect that this might be the solution. So, the problem with this, obviously, is that in order for this to work, we have to educate. We have to educate, and we need to educate hard. Like, we need to do Omega education, and I have no idea how long it takes. Look at this. Education level, 0.06. That's tragically bad, in fact. That's really, really bad. So it's going to take us a pretty darned long time to properly level up. Everyone here, and get them working. Which kind of terrifies me. Actually. I mean, a couple of those people might be able to work right now, but most, I highly suspect, will not be able to. Also, let's see. We need to take out... Oh my goodness, we need to take out more loans. The video game is offering me a very, very high rate of interest here, and I don't want to take it. I don't want to take it at all. 1.5 years, 2 million. I'll take that. I don't know what the rate of interest was. 4.4%. Yeah, I'm not comfortable at the accelerated rate of repayment. However, it's the only way. It's the only way to go about doing things. And you know what? That does actually give me more rubles, which of course makes me feel very, very confident that I have got an unlimited amount of money. And accordingly, I'm going to invite as many immigrants as I possibly can with this newfound money that I've got, which is a pretty terrible attitude, but it's fine. No schools within range, which is pretty tragically bad, actually. There's an epidemic ongoing, which is okay. Well, I say it's okay. It's not exactly okay, but it's not the end of the world. Is this within school range? No. But everything else should be accessible, right? No, culture's also not accessible. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Excellent. Love to see it. So that'll fix that. Fixing the school situation. School and kindergarten. Is it school and kindergarten? If it's school and kindergarten, then to be honest, we might as well just get another facility over here. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. $84,000. Happily. And same with the school. I know these are big buildings. These are big purchases right now. There we go. Big purchases for big amounts of dollars. However, it'll be worth it. It'll be worth it. And the reason it'll be worth it is because I know for a fact that we're going to need more workers. We're going to need more workers. And we're going to need many more workers. Also, I'm pretty convinced that train load that has just been... Yeah, that was a full train load. And then we've got basically another full train load over here. Waiting, ready to rock and roll. Unable to get clothes. Wait, hold on. Oh, wait, hold on. That's out with the range. That is kind of crazy, actually. Hold up. Yeah, so this food place, otherwise known as a shop, this shop is out with the range of these homes over here, which was not something that I really considered. There we go. Ditch that. Let's see if we can try and yoink something in place over here. Will that make a difference? That will make a difference. Excellent. Okay. That's going to fix everyone up. I suspect that everyone is going to be happy. That's good. That's good. 100 and something people still waiting to get picked up. Honestly, more people on this line is what we're... more people on this line. More trains on this line is what we require. Sounds kind of crazy, but this line, I think, probably needs at least 2 or 3 additional trains. Let's have a little look. Tram, boom, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. What the heck, eh? What the heck? And let's nab this set line No, we need to do it through this way, don't we? Set line to vehicle. Yep. There we go. And as soon as the autosave is done, boom. All right. We'll keep an eye. We'll keep an eye on that. Keep an eye on that box. Right. Now we need to just stop spending money, which is easier said than done. All right. Gravel processing V2 is catching fire. Fire truck was called and is headed to the fire, which may not be okay. The fire truck station is a ways away, and this is going to be slow road. However, how are the deaths looking? Oh, the deaths are looking great. I've never been so enthusiastic about the death situation, but look at that. 425 as opposed to 513 births. We have one person that is still living with their parents. I have no idea where that said person is. We'll deal with that later. Let's get more trams onto the line over in Stalnoy. And I think that is going to be conducive to a real explosion in our steel production capability. Very, very excited. All right, launch more trains. Keep going. Come on, chop, chop. There we go. Good stuff. We'll head back to Stalnoy in just a second. I just want to double check to make sure that that the gravel processing is put out. There we go. Wonderful. How bad can it be? Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Okay, I mean, look, we're in January already. The deaths have remained very nice, very low. Happily so, actually. I mean, everything has been going very, very nicely indeed. We have bauxite. We have bauxite coming through here thick and fast. Holy cow. How much raw bauxite do we have? Wow, we actually have too much raw bauxite. I wonder, do we need more boats? That's raw bauxite. That's processed bauxite. We got 2 boats on the way back. Wowzers. I actually cannot believe it, but we may need to get more aluminium boats. Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy. That's really crazy. Look at the sheer amount of money that we are making here. Holy cow. That's incredible. Don't like the fact that there's a power cut here. What's the issue on that front? The issue on that front is that there is exactly nobody in the coal power plant. And therefore, that's terrible. I got a bespoke passenger delivery service that carries 4 workers. Oh my goodness. It's little inconsistencies like this that lead to an inordinate number of deaths. It's true. It really is. It really is. Anyway, let's ignore that for a second. Stalnoy. Right. Okay, wait, hold on. Food? No, food is... Oh, food is not here. Food is not here. We have a missing food situation. Oh, boy. Right. This is a horrific oversight of mine. But I need to... Yeah, connect that up. And then also see if we can maybe do something over here. I did see... No. Okay. Alright, that's not gonna work, clearly. Not necessarily a problem. Delete this house. And then just build a path through here. Either way, yeah, that's totally my oversight. I should have been more attentive to ensure that everyone could actually get food. Right. The good news is, however, is that we have a much more consistent delivery of people to the steel mill. And look at that. 91-something people working at the steel mill. 102 workers about to hop off this train. That's marvelous, in fact. That's marvelous. What are the percentages? It's split 3 ways at the moment. To be honest, that's probably overkill. That's probably overkill. Let's increase substantially the number of people that are working at the steel mill. Let's say maybe 75. Yeah, 75-ish%. The reason being is that we've already got a backed up amount of iron, and we probably don't need any more people at the mine at this point. Yeah, it's just not really required, to be honest. So, you know, let's throw as many people as we can into the the steel facility. We are maxed out on steel. That's remarkable. I am shocked. I did not anticipate needing to fix this up. I bet that means... Wait, what? Why are you not being dispatched? Okay. What the heck has happened down here? Have we got... you got steel? No. Storage percent is less than 90. Don't know why that's... I don't know why that's not working. That's deeply irritating, but that's okay. Anyway, the whole point of setting up this dirt road anyway was eventually to turn the facility around. There we go. So we'll grab one of these. We'll put the road in the proper orientation this time, I think. We'll also make sure that it is... There we go. Somewhat perpendicular. We maybe want to do... Maybe want to do something like this. The reason that I think maybe moving the open storage out here would be prudent is because it'll leave open the back to factory connections, and that does seem like a good move. Don't know why, but it just does. Let's get that connected up over there, and as soon as that factory connection is built, should mean that we're able to export steel, and should mean that we're able to export steel pretty quick. Loads and loads of coal coming through here. Is it enough coal? I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. 600 tons of the stuff is loaded onto this train, ready to rock and roll. I really hate how slowly it loads up at the border. I know that I've said it a couple of times, but goodness gracious me, that's very true. It's very true. I really do hate it. Let's also add on this facility. Yep. And we'll say load if above 0%. Steel. Okay, we can't add steel, but that's fine. Yep. Oh, I guess it's probably... I have no idea. I have no idea why more trucks are not en route. That doesn't make sense, but yeah, whatever. 150 tons of steel is nothing to sniff at. It's pretty excellent, to be honest. We don't have a power supply at this medium storage, which is going to just cause... Well, it's not going to cause a problem, but it's just going to take ages and ages and ages and ages and ages to load up. But that's fine. We can probably just about tolerate that. Anyway, what's the financial statement looking like? It's not looking too bad. The good news is that we're in February, which means that we probably don't need to worry about debts for too much longer. We're getting there. And that's the important thing. We're almost out of this horrific winter situation. There we go. Look at that. Coal. Thing that I've got to bear in mind is that by doing this train unloading route sort of setup that we've done, we are saving an inordinate amount of money because we're not paying for delivery. The only problem is that we're cracking through our reserves at a fair pace. Iron is just about holding steady. We're still producing a fairly large amount of iron. We've got loads of iron ore. We've got loads of processed iron. But coal, on the other hand, coal is just depleting very, very rapidly. Might not look like it at the moment because the large aggregate storage is technically full. But, you know, we can only sustain these train deliveries for so long. I wonder. The next border house is, or the next customs house, I should say, is down here. Of course, this one doesn't have... This one doesn't have a freaking railway line, which is not necessarily a problem because we could just bust the resources out or truck the resources out into a storage facility. However, it's a much slower process, much more labor intensive. It's going to take a lot longer. I am absolutely not sure about the best way to tackle this situation because we need more coal and I have no idea where we're going to get that coal from. The obvious answer, I suppose, is maybe just to you know, just to suck it up and buy the big old train line between Kolovsky and Stalnoy. I did kind of start. I started the construction of the line, but I guess it's made good progress, but it's just not made enough progress. And another fire. Goodness gracious me. Why do the fires occur so frequently at winter? Or so frequently during winter? I have no idea why. This is looking good. Oil refinery's looking fine. Apart from the fact that it's polluting the entire town, I'm pretty happy with how it's going. Where's my fire brigade? There we go. They've arrived. Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Man, I just can't believe how much aluminium we're moving. That's the crazy thing, right? We got two boats that are loading up with bauxite, and under normal circumstances, I would complain about that. And in fact, that's not exactly an ideal situation because we're wasting production of raw bauxite. But at the end of the day, if the system can sustain exporting 2 ships filled with processed bauxite, then I mean, you won't find me complaining. That's remarkable. That is really rather good. I really highly suspect that we are probably going to be profitable on rubles for a good long time to come. The only problem is that we need to be more profitable. We need to be more profitable than the interest on our loans. And currently, the interest on our loans is pretty large. Pretty large. Pretty large. I will say that we're about to pay off a pretty large number of loans, to be honest. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 of these that are all within spitting distance of being repaid. In fact, all of these are pretty much repaid, actually. Yeah, all of these are pretty much repaid. And then, what do we got on page 2? Yeah, page 2, we're a little bit further away. Page 2, we're a little bit further away. Dollar loans are totally fine, actually. It's just gonna take a wee while to get back on top of those, but probably not fatal, not in any way. Yeah, can I export? Yeah, raw bauxite, please. That's good. That's good. Pretty darn happy with that. Right, deaths. Last death check, perhaps, of the season. You never know. Snow might disappear tomorrow, which would be very, very nice indeed. Yeah, deaths are looking good. In fact, the number of births are very high. Dare I suggest that people are maybe enjoying living in my glorious Soviet Republic? I do indeed think that they are. The downside to all of this, or I guess the underlying downside, is that we've still not really created a very happy place for people to live. We do seem to have many more workers now. Many production processes still need to be optimized quite significantly. Also, oh, look at that. The snow's going away. Wonderful. I think what we're gonna do here, is we're gonna get a, I think we're gonna buy a road, but it's not gonna be built by me. It's gonna be built by the game. Because I need some gravel road. I need some not terrible highway over here. Gonna take a little while, but it'll be worth it. There we go. Oh boy, this is gonna be quite the looker. Ooh, new vehicle types available, and it's a boat as well. Alrighty. Let's get it built. Let's get it built. Let's get going. Right, we're about to run out of coal, which really sucks because obviously I spent a considerable amount of money inviting people to come and work here. So for us to run out of coal at a time like this is it's pretty sucky. I think what I want to do is I think I probably do want to just auto purchase coal, which kind of sucks because it's gonna put a big old dent in our finances, and that's a big old dent that I could really do without. And the whole point of setting up this massively expensive electrified rail route is so that we don't have to buy, there we go, so that we don't have to buy resources in. However, unless I want to spend another significant chunk of change, I really don't know the best way of going about doing this. Why on earth are you upset? Did I... No, I didn't play something wrong. You were just a little bit hot out of the gate. That's fine. All right, this should all work. I don't think that we've got any problems here. It's just a matter of time for the backlog to clear. Anyway, yeah, that's looking a little bit better. Our coal supply has been boosted, which is lovely. Very, very nice indeed. Yeah, I wonder maybe if we want to set up some sort of trucking route to truck to a aggregate storage and then unload into a rail unloader. Is there a bigger customs house? These are all tiny customs houses. There's a big customs house. There's a big customs house down here. Does this speed up the pace at which coal is loaded? I mean, if so, it straight up might be worth us building down that way. But then again, I mean, if that is the case, then why don't I just set up a Stalnoy to Kolovsky route? I tell you what, that's a good question. That's a good question for the comments, folks. Does the larger customs house increase the rate of transfer when you're buying and selling resources? Now, I think that it does, but I'm not entirely convinced that I'm sure about that. I'm really not sure. So I will delegate to the comments section on this one. If it is the case, then honestly, I think we do it. I mean, it's going to be... Oh my goodness, I don't even want to think about how atrociously expensive it's going to be. Oh, it's going to cost an inordinate amount of money. But necessary, probably. Necessary. And definitely, you know, we've already got the trains. So we might as well just reroute them. You know what? I could test it. Why don't I just test it? It's literally easy for me to do. All right. And now you don't want to cross. Okay, all right, video game. Why would you not cross? Why would you not cross here? There's nothing to worry about. There's nothing to worry about. You're not gonna get in trouble for crossing the road just before the petrol station or right next to the corner. Sure, it'll be okay. There we go. Cross at an angle so that it's a little bit easier to justify. All right, now. Oh boy. Oh, 2,000 meters long. How long can we make the... Okay, we can make it at max 2,800 meters long. Oh boy, that creates some lag. Okay, maybe not 2,800 meters long. That's 2,900. Oh, that's something special. Oh my goodness, the frame rate just absolutely tanks, doesn't it? I actually find it quite amusing when this happens, but it obviously looks like trash. Right, how much is this going to cost? 600,000 rubles? And we're not even there yet. Oh my giddy aunt. Okay, as you can see, we're definitely taking a direct route. Yes. Don't question the directness. There's just a big old kink in the track. Not entirely sure why. Alright, there we go. How's that looking? The good news is that even if it doesn't increase the transfer speed, it still means we got 3 tracks here, obviously, which is a good thing. And even if it doesn't increase the transfer speed, it's still positive from that perspective. Right, so let me get this straight. It's going to cost me 1.4 million rubles. Insane amount. Legitimately, however, probably worth it. Fine. So, left is going there. That's coming back. What do I want to do about this? I need a better system to make this all work. But basically, we want to converge on a single point, but we can't really do that. And then we also want to come out from here. Also, don't want to make the turn too sharp, because otherwise that will crash the game. I think that might be fine. Okay, so total building cost for this endeavor, 1.4 million. Ho, 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 ho. That's quite something. Right, make sure that everything has got an appropriate amount of space. I think I straight up just want to build this, you know? I think I straight up just want to build this. Our dollars are just draining away. You know why they're draining away? That's right. It's... Hold on, have I done this the wrong way around? I think I might have just done this the wrong way around. Hold on. Yeah, the reason that our dollars are draining away is because we're auto-purchasing. We're auto-purchasing them in a suboptimal situation. Never ideal. There we go. And the... It's fine. Yeah, I literally have no idea what I've done here. This is remarkably bad. Yeah, that needs to be over there. That needs to be a chain signal over there. Okay, I think that we buy this. I think that this is the best case scenario. I'm gonna do it. I'm immediately gonna run out of money. I'm immediately gonna have to take out a 5-year, $2 million loan. Let's try and shoot for 2 years. 4.7% rate of interest. I think that that's actually a little bit more reasonable. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get you to flip around. Flip around. And instead of loading here, I'm gonna get you to load up here. There we go. Load 100% of coal. Wait until loaded 100%. Ditch this. And instead go to that customs house over there, which should be entirely reachable once we flip that around. Let's see if it works. And we're gonna copy the schedules to this vehicle and this vehicle too, which will no doubt cause a huge amount of confusion. But hey ho, let's get you to turn around, or at least go to the next stop, and we'll see if maybe we can work this out somehow. Alright, but everything should be fine now, and it should stop us from importing at that abysmally expensive rate. Oh my goodness, look at the amount of steel that we've got up and running. This is crazy. This is crazy. Right, so this is obviously causing a bit of a problem. Turn around. Hold on. Go into the customs house if you can. It's just not long enough to go into the customs house. Go to the customs house. Right. Flip around. Go to the customs house. Easy. Right. You'll find yourself. Then go to the unload anything area. Aggregate unloading. Then delete the customs house. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. Simple mathematics. Right, go to the customs house. You also should probably be moved over. In fact, this is just a, you know, a suboptimal customs house to visit, to be honest. There is no real reason that we should be going here. Also, there's massive power cuts, which kind of terrible, to be honest. Kind of terrible. It doesn't look like the rate of loading is faster, but there are three lanes, which, you know, when combined with this over here, you know, that's 4 lanes. Whoa, 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 dude. Whoa, 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 whoa. I didn't actually want you to load anything. There we go. Trash the cargo. And are you heading to the right place? No. There we go. There we go. Nice. You go. No, you dingus. Why would you go there? Oh, boy. Yeah, you stupid train. Alright, well. We're gonna leave one... We're gonna leave one train. One train to pick up from the medium customs house over here. I mean, we built this track for something. We might as well... Might as well get our money's worth. Go here. No. Turn around. Oh, my goodness. I can't believe it. I copied your instructions before you hit the turn off, and yet... You still doofed it up. You still doofed it up. Right. And I do not know how you managed to load stuff, but there we are. Ditch your stuff too. Alright, we're loading coal. We're loading coal. We're good. We're good. Let's turn this around. Let's turn this around. Turn this around. I manually sort of want to troubleshoot just to see if there's any... Just to see if there's any problems here. Got 2 trains. 2 trains are en route. Send you over there. Fine. Alright. That's looking pretty good. And you know the great thing about this is that we can actually justify buying more trains. Which excites me greatly. Excites me very, very greatly. There may very well be some issue with the points system here, or the junction, something like that, but I'm going to assume that that's not going to be the case for a little while. Also, we can stop purchasing coal. We don't need to anymore. We don't need to anymore, and we really shouldn't be. We really shouldn't be. We should be trying to save. We should be trying to save our pennies. Rubles are dodgy, but you know, we're mostly done. We're mostly done with the repayments over here. What's the rate of interest? The rate of interest is sitting at around 7%. That's honestly better than what it was, which is excellent news. And we've got all of this steel that we're ready to move, and yet we're just not moving. So, video game, do your thing. Please do your thing. Please do your thing. I bet you there's something to do with the long lag time. Do we have 90% steel over at our depot yet? We don't have 90% steel. Oh my goodness, we actually have more steel than we need? I don't believe it. Oh my goodness, our hydroelectric power plant has been built? Well, that is remarkable. Is this an opportunity, perhaps, to shut down the bitumen power plant? I think that it straight up might be. Do we need people to work here? Yeah, we do need people to work here. All right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to leave the bitumen power plant on for now. But, I mean, look, we're going to swap on over to this water-powered hydroelectric, that's the term. Hydroelectric power plant. We're going to do that at some point in the future. Wowzers, look at that. We got a little, a little photo of Lenin there. This is looking wonderful. How good is that looking? That is incredible. Honestly, wasn't really the focus of this episode, but I can confidently say I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you ever so much for watching this episode of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. My name, of course, is Little Bit of Potato. Thanks as ever to the fantastic Patreon supporters, patreon.com/Potato. Thanks to Banana, C-Senpai, and Aurelio for being the $3 $25 plus tier patrons. Thank you very much for watching, folks. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.